Welcome back to Finance with Firefighters. Today we're going to talk about the increase in the SALT cap, or state and local tax deduction, which definitely applies to the California resident firefighters. The SALT cap is going up to $40,000 per year. Sounds great, right? Well, let's break it down. Before you start counting your savings, let's look through the entire thing to make sure that you don't get burned before you start spending it. Know your adjusted gross income, track withholdings, and keep track of your deductions. This is like finally getting credit for how expensive it is to live in California. High property taxes, high income taxes, and raising interest rates make it all add up. The new SALT cap allows you to take advantage of these high costs that we have, but only if you track it. You have to itemize and stay below certain income limits. The SALT, or state and local tax, cap increases from $10,000 up to $40,000 per year. This cap applies to state income tax. It also applies to property taxes, and it applies to mortgage interest. The phase-out starts at $500,000 modified adjusted gross income. For every dollar over that, this SALT cap will decrease by about 30%. You can't drop below the $10,000 cap no matter what your income level is. After 2029, the SALT cap automatically reverts back to $10,000 a year cap. Let's say you make $450,000 a year in income and side hustle. Let's say you bought an $850,000 house, you put 20% down, and you have an interest rate for a 30-year period at 6.75%. Your property taxes will be about $9,500 a year, and your income tax will be about $35,000 per year. Before, you could only deduct $10,000. Now you can deduct up to $40,000 of that starting in 2025. This saves, depending on your withholdings, about $7,000 to $8,000 in federal income tax every year. But you have to itemize these deductions. Plus, if you add mortgage interest to this, you're almost guaranteed to itemize. Some common questions. Do I need to itemize for this to qualify? The answer is yes. If you take standard deductions, it won't help. Does this affect state taxes? No, it doesn't. It only affects federal taxes. What if I make over $500,000 a year? Do I still qualify? Well, the answer is partially. If everything above $500,000, your ability to qualify is reduced by about 30% of the income over the $500,000. But you're still going to qualify for the $10,000 limit. Is this permanent? The answer is no. In 2030, it reverts back to the $10,000 a year limit. Here's 4 steps to make sure you take the best advantage of this. Number 1, take a look at 2025 state and local tax deductions that you have. Review your 2025 paycheck for deductions for state and local taxes. Talk to a professional. See if itemizing makes the most sense for you. Watch your adjusted gross income. If you bump above that $500,000 a year limit, you're going to reduce your ability to qualify for this. Number 4, plan your charitable giving or mortgage deductions to see if itemizing makes sense. This is a big win for California firefighters, but it's not automatic. Make sure you follow the rules. Know the rules, work with your tax pro, and make a plan. Keep more of your hard-earned money. Download the SALT cap calculator worksheet. There's a link below in the description. Subscribe for firefighter finance tips that'll actually save you money. Thanks for joining me on Finance with Firefighters. Same as always, if you like what you're hearing, give it a thumbs up. Check out the links in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a good shift.